The National Prosecuting Authority has blamed a lack of resources in dealing with state capture and corruption cases. National Director of Public Prosecutions Advocate Siphamandla Goge addressed the media earlier today. Goge says there is no crisis following the resignation of Advocate Hermione Cronje as head of the NPA's investigating directorate. Our senior reporter Siphamandla Goge has been following the story. He joins us now live. So, Sipa, the NPA has been criticized for lack of high-profile corruption convictions. What's Siphamandla Goge saying about the state of the organization?
Well, basically, she says they are trying by all means to get things sorted. They are working hard to fix the NPA. She says she inherited an organization that was plagued by tensions and troubles. She has worked hard to try and fix it. She says right now they are facing serious challenges in terms of capacity and skills within the NPA, but it's something that they are working on. So today's briefing was mainly about giving an overall progress report. Not much of that report, though, was positive. She did concede that indeed there are certain matters that they have not been able to make inroads, saying they will be able to crack certain cases. He, or should I say, she is appealing for calm and for patience. Let's take a listen to what she said.
When I was appointed national director, I inherited an organization that was really in need of reform, inspiration, and innovation. And we've talked a lot about this. There was a staff survey that was conducted in 2019 that clearly gave us a mandate for change. And so the NPA was and still is full of really a lot of committed, hardworking staff members. But the organization that we inherited was really a battered one, and having been traumatized for many years, the impact on the NPA and the criminal justice system was quite devastating, to say the least. But in this time together, we are methodically rebuilding the NPA so that we can once again put this commitment and expertise of staff members into action to deliver justice for the people of South Africa. Rebuilding was never going to be easy, and it was never going to be quick. But it's important that South Africans know and understand this reality so that people do not lose hope in the rule of law. That said, I must admit that law enforcement and the NPA, we really need to do a lot more.
So the NPA has also been rocked by the resignation of Advocate Hermione Cronje, the head of the investigating directorate. How is Goge actually trying to spin that one?
She appears to be downplaying the magnitude and the significance of that resignation. It appears that, according to her, it's normal that a high-profile member of the team will resign. She says in a work environment, especially that one which is highly pressurized, it's common that people will resign and leave. There's nothing untoward. She downplayed the magnitude of that resignation, even dismissing reports that there were tensions between her and Advocate Cronje, saying that, well, that's not the case. They may have some differences here and there, but that is something that is common at a workplace. Let's take a listen to how she commented.
Advocate Cronje was appointed in May 2019. That's 2 years and 8 months ago. It's a tough job in a tough environment. So it should not be a surprise or concern that after this period, she has decided to move on. And the NPA, EXCO, and myself have supported this. This is a kind of leadership transition that is normal. It is not a sign of crisis or collapse. It's in fact good when leaders take an organization as far as they can and then leave to a new leader to take forward with new energy, picking up on the good work that has already been done. Advocate Cronje has played her part. She's helped lay the foundation for the ID. And as she mentioned in the portfolio committee, the ID is now well placed for the next chapter. Advocate Cronje has indicated that there are many cases that are ready to be enrolled, and every effort will be made to ensure that this happens as soon as possible.
Sipa, the NPA, of course, is under pressure to deliver, especially when it comes to corruption convictions in South Africa. What's Goge saying about the public pressure?
She understands that or should I say, she understands that she's running out of time together with her team. They don't have much time to crack those high-profile corruption cases. South Africans have been waiting for almost 3 years now since she was appointed. Today, she was able to concede that, yes, there is public pressure. She understands why people are impatient. She would also like to see those corruption cases being tried and successfully prosecuted. It's something that she says her team is working hard to make sure that it does happen, but she does concede that they don't have much time left. South Africans are impatient. However, she was very quick to say, even with what she calls an avalanche of cases that will come out from the Zondo Commission, they still need time to investigate those cases properly or those allegations properly. She said it's another thing to testify at a commission of inquiry, but to go to court and give evidence is one of the hardest parts. Let's take a listen to what she said about that public pressure.
Sure that practically we can come together and try to utilize the limited resources available in a more impactful way. The ID has additionally began the process of onboarding resources from the State Capture Commission in order to manage the process of when the report is handed down to the Commission. There are, in the past 2 years that the ID has been around, the unit has managed to enroll about 18 cases, 70% being criminal cases that are still being ventilated in court, while the balance relates to asset forfeiture, civil recovery matters. With regard to the state-owned entities, the ID has also been dealing with the Eskom matter, but focusing on the Kusile power station as one of its legs, and it has managed to obtain and confirm a 1.4 billion restraint order in that respect. The ID, as I said, has worked with the asset forfeiture unit and obtained an unlimited restraint order against the assets of the Gupta family through the company Island Site.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Our reporter Siphamandla Goge is in Durban.